Joseph Jefferson, commonly known as Joe Jefferson, February 20, 1829, April 23, 1905, was an American actor. He was the third actor of this name in a family of actors and managers, and one of the most famous of all 19th-century American comedians. Jefferson was particularly well known for his adaptation and portrayal of Rip Van Winkle on the stage, reprising the role in several silent film adaptations. Through his appearances in the latter, he is believed to be the earliest born actor to appear in a film. Jefferson was born in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. His father was a scenic designer and actor and his mother an actress. He appeared on stage early in life, often being used when a play called for a babe in arms. His first recorded appearance was at the Washington Theater in Washington, D.C., where he appeared in a benefit performance for the minstrel Thomas D. Rice. Jefferson was twice married, at the age of 21 in 1850, to actress Margaret Clements Lockyer, 1832 to 1861, whose early death left him with 4 children, and in 1867 to Sarah Warren, niece of William Warren the actor. Jefferson bought a place called Orange Island in New Iberia, Louisiana, where he built a home after the Civil War. The location is at a peninsular area on Lake Pienaar, and was subsequently renamed Jefferson Island. In 1833, at the age of 4 years, Jefferson was carried on stage at the Washington Theater in a bag by an actor named Thomas D. Rice. He put Jefferson alongside him in blackface and dress, with Rice performing his well-known character Jim Crow in Little Joseph as Little Joe. In 1837, now age 8, Joseph performed at the Franklin Theater in New York City with his parents as a pirate. After the end of the season of 1837 to 1838, Mr. and Mrs. Jefferson took Joseph, his brother Charles Burke and his sister Cornelia to Chicago. In Chicago, they performed in the young city's first resident company, the Chicago Theater at the rough-hewn Saguenay Hotel. Joseph sang comic songs, played bit parts, and performed the role of the Duke of York. His father died when he was 13, and young Jefferson continued acting and helping to support the family. From there, both Jefferson and Burke performed continuously, and the entire family would travel the then American West and South. Traveling theater to theater, Mr. Jefferson performed and worked everywhere in between Boston to Charleston as far as Chicago. The family led the lives of strolling players. This term is a term given to a troupe of itinerant actors. At one point, along with his acting family, they followed the American Army from 1846–1848 during the Mexican-American War. As a strolling player, Joseph performed in many places, some not even a theater space. Some performances were given in the dining rooms of country hotels, without any illusion of a stage or world he was to perform in. This also meant no scenery. All the materials he had to work with was a strip board nailed to the floor with a row of tallow candles. It wasn't until 1849, when Jefferson returned to New York, that he began to earn both critical and financial success, though not nearly to the extent he would earn later in life. After this experience, partly as actor, partly as manager, he won his first pronounced success in 1858 as Ossett Trinkard in Tom Taylor's Our American Cousin at Laura Keene's Theater in New York. This play was the turning point of his career, as it would be for the actor E.A. Sothern. The naturalness and spontaneity of humor with which he acted the love scenes revealed a spirit in comedy new to his contemporaries, long used to a more artificial convention, and the touch of pathos which the part required revealed no less to the actor an unexpected power in himself. When Sothern complained about the small size of his role, Jefferson supposedly replied with the famous line, "There are no small parts, only small actors." Other early parts included Newman Noggs in Nicholas Nickleby, Caleb Plummer in Dot, An adaptation of the Cricket on the Hearth, Dr. Pangloss and George Coleman the Younger's The Heir-at-Law, Salem Scudder in The Octoroon, and Bob Acres in The Rivals, the last being not so much an interpretation of the character as Sheridan sketched it as a creation of the actors. In 1859, Jefferson made a dramatic version of Washington Irving's story of Rip Van Winkle on the basis of older plays, and acted it with success in Washington, D.C., with Sophie Gimber-Kuhn playing the role of Loenna. In 1861, due to his failing health and the death of his wife, he left to go to San Francisco and then on to Australia. He arrived at Sydney in the beginning of November 1861, and played a successful season introducing to Australia Rip Van Winkle, Our American Cousin, The Octoroon and other plays. He opened in Melbourne on March 31, 1862, and had a most successful season extending over about 6 months. Seasons followed in the country and in Tasmania. After spending 4 years in Australia, he left for London and met Jan Bsicult, who would revise Rip Van Winkle, turning it from just a play in Jefferson's repertoire to being a pronounced success, and ran for 170 nights. Opening night on September 5, 1865 at the Adelphi Theatre in London sparked what would become one of the most celebrated characters of the stage in the 19th century.